Look at these puppy dogs. Looking all cute on the couch. Hey, Benjamin? You learning lots down there, buddy?
That's a whale.
Whale.
Penguin. Are you gonna see a penguin later?
We are going to go see a penguin
Are you gonna
later.
see a penguin?
We're going to go to the West Edmonton Mall Sea Life Caverns for the first time in what seems like forever.
I've never been.
You've never been?
I've never been.
I went when I was a kid many times. So I'm actually going to be kicking off a little bit of a family day here today. So hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back. Let's brew some coffee. This one actually is pretty special. Got coffee there. Some nice frothed milk on top. Ooh, look at that foam.
You see the fish?
Ooh. Hey, that's something else I got to do is buy a couple coffee mugs for the studio. Maybe a couple Yetis. Oh yeah. The snow was all gone and I wasn't even wearing a jacket yesterday, but this is Edmonton, folks. The weather changes on a dime. Kids are watching Miss Rachel. About to go down for a nap. Just hanging out with them this morning. Having a good old time with the fam. Should we check it out down here together? I swear I haven't been down here in a while. Not since like last weekend. Goodness. Every time I come down here, it's like, okay, let's try and see what state I left this place at. Okay, I was measuring base plates. I remember that. Hey, somebody mentioned the new table designs. I made a mistake. So the base plates themselves, when you take a 2x4 brick and you measure it, and then you times it by 8, it actually works out to 25.6 millimeters, not 25.5. So I want to let you know that I'm going to factor in the base plate size at 25.6 millimeters rather than 25.5, so they're going to be an exact size for the tabletops. Now I wanted to reuse a bunch of this lumber as well, so before I even start constructing tables over there, I've got to like move all of this Lego, because why wouldn't I try to reuse some of this lumber? For example, the 4x4 posts. I was like, in my blueprints I put 2x4 legs, but the legs down here are 4x4 posts, and look at how many there are. Like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12, 18. There's 24 4x4 posts down here. So of course I'm going to reuse those, right? I've got to reuse those. So yeah, the legs will be 4x4 posts rather than 2x4 legs, and they'll be stronger. These are also 2x6s that are already cut. So if I can reuse some of these lengths, then I have to do that, just because it's going to save me money in the end. And then the tabletops, like, I'm going to reuse this for sure. All I have to do is just cut these down to 7 base plate lengths, and then I can reuse them in the new table designs as well. But in order to do that, I've got to move all this Lego somehow. Oh my gosh, but I can't move this Lego until construction is done over there and we have the carpet laid, so I can bring in a bunch of Linman tables, which are in my garage, and then put all this stuff on the Linman tables in there, and then take this stuff apart, bring it over there. So yeah, we got to try and move all the Lego, which is just chilling on these tables, before we even think about constructing new tables for the city at the studio. Still, every time I come down here, I'm like, oh my gosh, how did I work in this? Like, how? There's no room. How did I like manage this for so long? Because I've been like building the new place, and when I go over there, there's just so much space and it's like so open. But when I come down here, it's like claustrophobic. Because remember, when I took apart the city, I actually removed the extensions which filled in these spots. So like this was solid before, and so was this. There was barely any room down here. It's wild. But this is an example as what I could do when I build a new tables. I could leave out the extensions for now, because remember, these used to be extensions. I had the 2x4s running across, and then the 70-inch sheets dropped in there. Well, I could just leave those out so that we can actually walk in to the Lego tables like how this used to be. So when I build the new tables at the studio, I'll probably leave those fillers or extensions out so that I can actually access stuff build the core and then sort of work my way out. So I think those tables over there are going to be built in stages. The first stage will be building the massive 27 base plate lengths, which will go from like wall to wall in the studio. So it'll be like 1, 2, 3, 4. There's actually 4 of them. And then once those are all built, then I'll connect them all in the center. And then I'll worry about the ends on either side last. So I'm the only one that's allowed to call Jose Joey.
The only one.
But Joey ordered
The Joey.
the Joey.
This is
And-
a play couch. I've been like looking forward to having one of these since probably before I was even pregnant, just with all of the people posting about them online. And I didn't think we had anywhere to put it because we didn't have our basement. But guess what we're gonna have pretty soon?
The basement. So we ordered the kids a play couch.
Oh goodness.
I sort of want this in like an adult size. Look at that little lounger. They can build like forts out of the different pieces and everything. So this is like the main couch, and then Jose got some of the wedges as well.
Wedges, so it could be like a slide, or you just helps with building. They have like lots of add-ons, so we'll see how this goes.
Oh, there we go. I like the color teal. It's quite nice. So we're hoping that we get this set up today. However, we do want to wash it, and we can't do laundry while the kids are napping. You don't want to wake them up.
They're a little sensitive, and if we want to go out, we don't want them to have a nice nap.
No.
Look at this color. It's nice.
It is very
I had
nice.
I'm a beige girly, so I had some anxiety about ordering a bold color.
Hey, Benjamin. Millie, what do you think? Should we go into the...
Lego store? No, we're actually going into the Sea Life Caverns. So look at that. You go right down into the mouth of this like big fish. Oh my gosh, it's a sea turtle. What do you think, bud? Gonna go check out some fish? I have not been down here in, I don't know, years. I actually did a really cool camp here at West Edmonton Mall one time. It was like a Sea Life camp, and it was during the teacher's strike, and we got like a behind-the-scenes tour of all this stuff. It was pretty cool.
Smells fishy.
It smells very fishy.
It's
Whoa.
a turtle. Turtle. Wow. Isn't that cool?
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
What's that, guys?
Ooh. Look at these sharks. Pretty cool. There's a big old sea turtle here somewhere too. Oh, there he is. Big old sea turtle up there. So you see how this tank is like double-sided? Like we can see the water on the other side, and there's like a glass on the other side. That's actually because you used to be able to take submarines throughout the entire indoor lake, like around the Santa Maria pirate ship here in the West Edmonton Mall, and they have like fish tanks around the entire perimeter of the lake, and then you could see them from the submarines, but they've since closed that down and all those tanks are empty. But it used to be like huge back when I was a kid. It was pretty neat, but now it's just like this Sea Life Caverns place. Not much to it. There are some penguins behind me though. See, there's all sorts of penguins in here. Look at this guy. And there actually could be more penguins in the near future. What do you think, Millie?
He's gonna jump. Look, he's gonna jump.
There's the big sea turtle again. There's actually 2 of them in here. The tank actually continues that way. They also have a sea lion show. See, there's one of them just hanging out right there. They're having fun. It used to be dolphins, but then when the dolphins passed, they replaced them with sea lions. And it actually used to be a diving show once upon a time. And they had like this crazy diver who would dive from way up there. It's pretty wild. I pretty much grew up in this mall. The entrance for the submarines used to be right there. And then they would go around the entire perimeter, and there's like fish tanks all in the underside of that like rock in this indoor lake. It's pretty neat. And then there's the big pirate ship right there, and if you look way in the distance, you can see the Lego store. Now that right there is something to be excited about. We're checking out some Crocs at the dollar store for the kids, of course. I wish they had those in my size, though. Look, those look like mine. They could be matchy-matchy. Way too big, though. Honestly, though, Dollarama is killing it. Look at these sandals for $4.75. Are you kidding me? That's so cheap. Just for some backyard sandals? That's perfect. You enjoying your first supper out ever? It's the first time we've ever brought the kids out for a dinner. Only for breakfast. Now, we did set up Miss Rachel because they're just hucking menus to the floor, hucking spoons to the floor, and it's like, okay, they need to be distracted somewhat. Some ice cream? All right, kids, show everybody your new Crocs. Let's see them, Benny. Come on, Ben. There you go. Millie? Oh, she's got purple ones. I had to get them some Crocs for downstairs because the floors are pretty cold down there.
Oh. Those are for outside.
Oh, they're for outside. But you got them something for downstairs too, didn't you?
Little like slipper socks.
Slipper socks. Well, there you go. Some outdoor Crockies. Yeah, because these kids are going to be ripping around outside this summer. We're going to spend a bunch of time outside, we hope. We weren't really confident on their feet last year, so this year they will be. So we got home and put the kids to sleep, but we had a great time at West Edmonton Mall. We also went and checked out Galaxyland, just like walked around it. It's a Hasbro-themed amusement park, which is pretty cool. Be fun to bring the kids there one day. Same with bringing them to the World Water Park, too. Obviously, they're not of age yet, but when they are, I'm sure we'll go. Maybe get some summer attraction passes or something like that. That would be fun. So Lego-related stuff today, not much. I did order some lights for the studio. I ordered some string lights. The Amazon string lights that I have, do they even still work? Are they even plugged in? Let's find out. They do. So these Amazon string lights right here that I put on the back of these shelves all the way around, I've decided that I wanted to buy 200 feet of those for the new studio. I don't know where they're going to go exactly. I was thinking of putting them around the top above the cloud mural so that we could change the color and have like some RGB lighting in there to try and set the tone, have like some secondary lighting. I don't know if they're going to be bright enough, but I hope maybe they can set the tone a little bit. Might be pretty cool. I don't even know what these look like with the lights off. Granted, they are on the back of a shelf right now, so they're sort of like sandwiched between a shelf and a wall. So they're not going to like project that much light. They do look pretty cool though. Some light. And I think if they were just like more exposed, then there would be even more light. You probably can't even see me right now. But if they were more exposed, then there would be even more light. And that's just one strand. I got 200 feet worth, and I'm thinking that might be pretty cool to put in the studio just to try and change up the lighting in there. So I sort of coordinated that. And I did some other miscellaneous stuff around the house. But beyond that, it was just sort of hanging out with my family. Every now and again, I need to take days like that. I got to give Jose a big shout out. It is hard managing kids all day. It is hard. Like, it is difficult. And of course, I know how difficult it is. I do it, you know, often, but I don't do it as much as Jose, like all day, the entire day. For the most part, I escape to work probably 6 days a week, so I only do this like once a week or twice a week, and I got to give her a big shout out because it is a lot, but I like to give her a helping hand whenever I can. So yeah, I didn't even go to the studio today. It's the first time in a long time that I haven't been over there, but got some exciting stuff happening this week related to finishing the construction over there. Installing new lights and hopefully laying that carpet and maybe starting table construction and then actually moving all of this Lego. Like, this is going to be happening here in the month of April, I can only assume. So yeah, very exciting stuff. I just wanted to sort of take you on a little journey here with the Brixies and talk about a little bit of Lego as well. Please remember to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for some more great stuff coming out in the very near future. And have yourselves a fantastic day. Farewell.